Okay, look, I know there's a major issue for a lot of you people who are doing phase one, the cleansing and detoxification phase. I get emails all the time, and many of my clients suffer from losing way too much unwanted body fat and too much weight during the cleansing phase, phase one. In today's video, I want to troubleshoot for you guys so that you don't turn into Skeletor while you're trying to heal your body. I want to give you guys some tips, some tricks, and some strategies so that you do not lose weight during phase one, and even might be able to gain some lean, beautiful muscle while you lose body fat, which is like, you know, so awesome. Lose body fat, gain muscle, perfect. So first off, what I see out there as a major problem is a lot of people have the wrong philosophy and outlook about cleansing and detoxification, as they do healing in general. And that problem is they want to do it hard, and they want to do it fast, and they want to try to get through it as quickly as they possibly can, kind of like avoiding reality. To cleanse and detox properly, it's going to take some time, and you have to do it very slowly. If you are too aggressive with phase one and your cleansing and detoxification, it can actually backfire. Cleansing is a gentle process in which you push your body into autophagy, cleansing and detox mode, so that it focuses on the toxins and the root issue and gently cleanses those out of your body. Now, if you are too aggressive with your cleansing, if you're too aggressive with your detoxification, it will actually cause more inflammation. It can actually cause your body to internally bleed, cause, you know, striations and polyps along your colon. Over cleansing is not healthy. Over cleansing will lead you to being in cleansing mode forever and being malnourished, being way too thin and not having enough actual food in your body to heal. And it's just the wrong idea. You have to go deep with your cleansing, and then you have to re-nourish your cleansing. I go over all of this step by step in the 3 Phases workbook, which you can pick up at holistichealthactivation.com. If you're looking for a guide, a very simple step-by-step process. But over cleansing isn't good. Under cleansing also isn't good. You gotta find that nice, gentle balance for yourself. Okay, so that's the first thing to avoid if you are losing way too much weight during phase one. It most likely means you're over cleansing and you're not actually following phase one how it's meant to be followed. Phase one should be actually kind of fun. Cleansing and detoxification should lead to the feeling of lightness, of having space, of feeling energy and cleaned out, but it shouldn't last for too long. Like I said, you have to deep cleanse and then you have to nourish yourself. Calories is king even during phase one. So if you're doing phase one, if you're 200 to 500 calories under in the deficit every single day during phase one, you will 100% lose weight. And when you're on phase one and you're using a whole food diet, you're eating all whole foods, nothing processed, you have to eat a lot of whole foods for that to make you gain weight. They're not calorically dense, they're fiber rich, they take up a lot of volume and space in your body, but they don't produce a ton of calories for most of the whole foods. So you have to make sure your calories are right where they need to be during phase one. If they're too low, it's going to cause you malnourishment, it's going to cause you over cleansing, over detox, it's going to cause more inflammation, more redness, and more issues. And if you're overeating, your body just won't ever go into autophagy. So you got to find that balance. I suggest using Chronometer. Chronometer does all the work for you. It tells you exactly how many calories you need per day to maintain or gain weight, or maintain or lose weight. Another super important part of not losing too much weight, and this relates to eating enough calories, is knowing your macros and your macro approach. If you're someone who's starting phase one and you're doing a high fat approach with it, which a lot of people do, you're eating animal products, well then you have to understand that your carb intake has to be very, very limited, 20% or under. The more you drop those carbs, the harder it is gonna be to get enough calories. But if your carbs are low enough, it can make it really easy to get the calories because you can crush all the fat in the world you want and you don't have to worry about it and you don't have to be shy. You have to exploit the macros that you're using. So if you're on the high fat side and you're not getting enough calories, then eat a ton more fat. It's pretty simple. Now, if you're doing phase one and you're doing it high carb, doing it more plant-based, then you have to do the opposite. You have to lower your fat 20% or under all the time. The lower it is, the more you can go with your carbs. And your wiggle room then becomes where your carbohydrates are. So you can eat a ton of carbohydrates, eat a ton more fruit, eat a ton more potatoes. As long as your macros and calories are where they need to be, you're gonna be good to go. So exploit the macros that you're using to be able to eat the hyper-palatable, high-calorie dense foods that will get you enough calories and make you feel good the entire time. If you're doing phase one and you're always feeling like crap, just no energy, a little bit bad in the tummy, not sleeping good, no morning woods, your biomarkers are suffering, it means you're over cleansing and you're not eating enough calories, or your macros are a little whack. So check in with those things. Another issue that will lead to over cleansing, over detoxification, and not eating enough during phase one is how often are you doing the super deep cleanses and the calorie-free cleansing days, or the low calorie days, water fasting, juice cleansing, dry fasting, intermittent fasting, the liver cleanse, mono meals. All of those protocols and interventions make it impossible to get enough calories. It's kind of part of what they are doing as an intervention. So if you're constantly doing those types of super deep cleansing, and then you're not spending days re-nourishing yourself, or you're not doing the proper transition back into your eating life, you will have no chance at healing your skin because you're going too deep with the cleansing and the detoxification. So make sure that you're paying attention and limiting your deep cleansing days to only the amount that's needed. And how do you determine only the amount that's needed? Well, one thing you can do is just get the 3 phases workbook. It's all outlined, the exact way to do it for phase one. Or you gotta just be very conscious and aware of how your body is feeling and your biomarkers. The biomarkers always are the tell. So if your biomarkers are struggling for days and days and days in a row, and you're in phase one, and your biomarkers are your sleep, your hormones, your mental focus, your desire for sex, your workouts, your creativity, and just your general mood. If those things are getting worse and worse during phase one, it means that you've gone too far with the calorie-free or the low-calorie deep cleansing days, and you're not nourishing yourself back enough. Okay, and I'm gonna put these two last things together in this video because they're very straightforward, and I've talked about this a ton in other videos. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time in today's video talking about either one of these things, but if you're not getting enough sleep and you're not doing resistance training during phase one, the possibility of you maintaining or gaining healthy weight is zero. The resistance training is going to allow you to hold on to and gain lean body mass. It's also gonna make your bones and your body structure very rigid and very strong and able to uptake nutrients. So the resistance training is paramount. It is something you must do. Minimum 3 times a week, full body workout will be fine. More than that also works great. Your sleep, if you're not sleeping, you're not recovering at all. I have clients who have come to me who have been in cleansing mode for 2 years and who are total insomniacs because day after day after day, they're pushing their body and not getting enough calories. And then at night, their body is just filled with cortisol and stress hormones. And then they don't sleep, and then they repeat the process. And they are 30 pounds underweight, and their skin is horrible. And they're like, I'm doing everything perfect. I'm cleansing, I'm eating whole foods, I'm intermittent fasting, but I'm feeling like crap. Well, if you're only sleeping 4 or 5 hours a night, or if your sleep's really irregular, or if you're never allowing yourself to fully relax and sleep, then your skin in phase one is just gonna be absolute hell. And I don't want it to happen like that for you. Okay, folks, so the bottom line here is do not over cleanse. Make sure you're paying attention to your calories and to your macros, and you're just not overdoing things. You wanna make your cleansing deep and then nourishing. You wanna keep your calories enough, but not too much. You gotta get your sleep, you gotta get your resistance training, and you gotta not spend too much time in those calorie-free or low-calorie deep cleansing periods. Of course, you gotta do the deep work, you've gotta get in, but you've gotta get out too. Nourish then deep cleanse, then nourish, then deep cleanse. That's gonna be it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. I wish you guys out there struggling with your skin all the luck in the world. If you're looking to get a hold of me for eczema coaching, there's a link in the description box for a consultation. I'm way more than happy to help all of you guys. Let's get your skin nice and clear and happy and healthy and get you out of this prison. On Instagram, my name is Rob Stuart. Find me there. Let's link up, and I'm putting up a ton of information on healing there as well. What else? Well, I guess you can leave all your comments and questions down below. And if you really are enjoying this content, you can subscribe and share and hit the notification bell. If you're not liking these videos, I'm not sure why you'd still be watching. Maybe you're just a strange person. And if that's you, well, thanks for watching this video that you hate for so long. And I hope you have a wonderful life. Namaste.